You've always craved confidence. You long for happiness. And every single day, you're working hard to succeed in your English journey. But what if I told you that everything you're searching for, peace, fulfillment, self-belief, is not somewhere far away? What if it's already right in front of you, hidden in your daily life, in the little moments you might have overlooked? Welcome to Kunzy in English, where we don't just learn English, we learn how to live with purpose, with gratitude, and with meaning. Today's topic is a gentle but powerful reminder. Be thankful for what you have. Although many people have heard the saying, be thankful for what you have, the truth is they don't really feel grateful. They know the theory. They understand that gratitude brings happiness and peace. But deep inside, their hearts still feel empty. Why? Because every day society whispers in your ear, you're not good enough, not smart enough, not attractive enough, not successful enough. You see others speaking English fluently, and you blame yourself. You see others living a perfect life, and you start doubting your own. Slowly, you begin to see only what you lack, and you forget everything you already have. That's how modern society tricks your emotions. It makes you believe you always need more to be happy. More money, more skills, more attention. But the truth is, sometimes you just need to pause, take a deep breath, and look back at yourself. How far you've come, what you've learned, and all the precious things you already have. Gratitude isn't just a theory, it's an awakening. A reminder that you're not lacking anything. You just need to open your eyes and see that you already have so much. And when you live with a grateful heart, you don't just feel happier. You begin to speak English with more confidence because you know you are enough, you deserve progress, and you're on the right path. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a skill. Just like learning English, it's something you must practice every single day. You don't magically wake up feeling thankful. It takes effort. It takes awareness. It takes the courage to slow down in a fast world and truly notice the little things. The smile of a friend, the comfort of your home, the chance to learn something new today. Many people think gratitude comes naturally, but the truth is, it's a choice, a decision you make with your heart and your mind. Just like practicing new English words or speaking with more confidence, gratitude is something you get better at. The more you do it, the more it changes your life. It trains your brain to see what's already good instead of always chasing what's missing. And when you master this skill, not only do you become happier, you also become more focused, more peaceful, and more powerful in everything you do, including your journey with English. How does gratitude help you learn English better? Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling. It's a powerful mindset that can help you learn English more effectively every single day. When you practice gratitude, you stop comparing yourself to others. You release the pressure to be perfect, and instead, you focus on your own small progress. This makes your learning journey feel lighter, more joyful, and much more sustainable. You stop worrying about others speaking more fluently, pronouncing better, or learning faster. You start to realize, today I spoke more smoothly than yesterday, and that's amazing. When you appreciate every small step forward, you'll feel more motivated to keep going. Because now you're not learning out of stress or fear, but out of joy, curiosity, and love for the language. And most importantly, because you can see yourself growing little by little. Gratitude helps you build a positive mindset, and a positive mindset is the perfect environment for learning to take root and grow strong. Does gratitude really change the brain? Yes, it does. Science has proven that gratitude can literally rewire your brain in powerful and positive ways. When you practice gratitude regularly, your brain releases more dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals. These are the same chemicals that help reduce anxiety and lower stress. And when your mind is calm, you're able to focus better, think more clearly, and absorb information more effectively. This is especially important when learning a new language like English. A stressed brain struggles to remember words, form sentences, or understand meaning. But a grateful and relaxed brain is open, focused, and ready to learn. In short, gratitude doesn't just make you feel better, it helps you learn better. It's not magic, it's neuroscience. What if I don't feel grateful? That's completely normal. Everyone has moments of exhaustion, times when life feels heavy and difficult. You don't have to be cheerful all the time. You don't have to force yourself to be positive every second. Because gratitude isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's a choice to notice the small, good things that still exist around you. A warm meal, a friend who listens, or simply a quiet, peaceful moment. You don't have to feel grateful instantly. Just be willing to pause, reflect, and recognize even just one small thing, and that's already a powerful first step in growing gratitude. Gratitude doesn't mean you stop trying. Many people think that if they feel grateful for their current life, it means they have to settle, to stop dreaming, stop striving for more. But the truth is completely the opposite. Gratitude doesn't slow you down. It gives you a stronger foundation to move forward. When you're grateful, you no longer act from fear of falling behind, from pressure to be like others, or from the feeling of, I'm not good enough. Instead, you grow from peace, from self-respect, and from a heart that understands, I already have so many precious things, and I deserve even better. You can be thankful for what you have and still dream of a better version of yourself. You can say thank you to today while still looking forward to tomorrow. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you stronger in a more sustainable way. Because when you grow from gratitude, you're not caught in an endless race. You understand that every small step forward is worth appreciating, and that appreciation becomes powerful fuel for your journey in learning English and in life. How to start practicing gratitude. You don't need to do anything big. Just start small. Start simple. Every day, take a moment, just 1 minute, and think about one good thing in your life. One thing you feel grateful for. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be grand. Maybe it's, I understood this podcast, even just a little. Or, I'm trying, I haven't given up. Or even just, I'm alive, I'm still breathing. I still have a chance to try again tomorrow. You don't have to write it down if you don't want to. But if you do, those grateful thoughts will become clearer, stronger. And if you keep this habit every day, just one small thing at a time, you will slowly start to see the world differently. It's not the world that changes, it's you. You become calmer, stronger, and happier. Gratitude isn't something that comes naturally to everyone, but it's a skill anyone can learn. And you can start today with just one small, good thing. Gratitude helps you accept mistakes. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They are proof that you are learning, that you are moving forward, that you are alive and growing. When you practice gratitude, you start to see mistakes differently. Instead of feeling ashamed, instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you begin to say, thank you. Thank you to the mistake that showed me what I need to improve. Thank you to the challenge that made me stronger. Thank you to the failure that taught me patience, humility, and courage. Gratitude turns pain into purpose. It gives meaning to the hard moments, and it reminds you that every step, even the wrong ones, are part of your journey. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Be thankful, because each one brings you closer to the person you are becoming. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's also an action. Gratitude doesn't live only in your heart, it shows up in your actions. When you say thank you to your teacher, when you are kind to someone who's struggling, when you are patient with yourself, even after making mistakes, that is gratitude in motion. These small actions might seem simple, but they carry powerful energy. They improve your relationships with others, and most importantly, with yourself. In English learning, this matters more than you think, because when you feel connected, supported, and seen, you learn better. You feel safer to speak, to make mistakes, to try again. Gratitude is like sunlight. It makes every interaction warmer, every effort brighter, and every word more meaningful. So don't just feel thankful. Live it. Speak it. Show it. Let it guide your journey. Gratitude helps you feel happier, because happiness doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from appreciating what you already have. You don't need to speak perfect English to be proud of yourself. You don't have to wait until everything is just right to allow yourself to smile today. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus away from what's missing and start noticing what is already here. Small things, yet full of meaning. Gratitude teaches you to celebrate every little step forward instead of only waiting for the final success. Even on difficult days when things don't go as planned, gratitude can open a door to joy. A joy that doesn't come from the outside, but grows from within. And that joy gives you the strength to keep learning, keep trying, and keep choosing to believe in yourself, day by day. Gratitude is not just a pleasant feeling. It's a natural remedy that helps reduce stress and anxiety during your English learning journey. When you focus on what you already have, instead of worrying about what you haven't achieved yet, your mind becomes calmer and more peaceful. And that calmness helps your brain work better. You listen more clearly, understand more deeply, and remember for longer. When you learn in a state of gratitude, you're no longer crushed by the pressure of perfection or fear of making mistakes. Instead, you learn with joy, with curiosity, and with the belief that I'm on the right path. A grateful heart creates a strong mind, and that's the foundation that will carry you further. Gratitude improves your relationships when speaking English. Why? Because when you're grateful, you naturally become warmer, more respectful, and more patient with others. And that energy shows up in your conversations, in the way you listen, the way you respond, and even in your tone of voice. When you're thankful for the opportunity to talk with someone, even in broken English, the other person feels it. They feel safe, they feel seen, and that opens the door to deeper, more meaningful conversations. Whether you're speaking with a teacher, a friend, or a stranger, gratitude helps you build trust, connection, and mutual respect. And those are the real skills that turn language into communication. When life gets too hard, when everything seems to fall apart and you can't find anything to be grateful for, just start small. You don't have to thank the whole world or pretend everything is okay. Just pause and notice your breath. You are still breathing. That means you are still alive, still have a chance to change, to begin again. Or maybe it's just a quiet moment in your day. An accidental smile, a glass of cool water, a ray of sunlight coming through the window. Anything small but truly present. When you begin to notice these little things, you'll be surprised by how much peace they can bring. From there, slowly, you'll start to see tiny sparks of light in the darkness, and then the light will spread. Gratitude doesn't ask you to be strong. It only asks you to pause and feel. Gratitude boosts your confidence not by convincing you that you're perfect, but by helping you see what you've overcome, the effort you've put in, and the small steps forward you've already taken. When you start to feel grateful for yourself, you begin to change the way you speak to yourself. No more harsh self-criticism like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'm not improving." Instead, you begin to say, "I've tried really hard," or "I'm learning," and that's something to be proud of. Gratitude helps you stay grounded on your learning journey, not with insecurity, but with belief in yourself. It doesn't erase the difficulties, but it gives you more strength to keep going. And real confidence? It comes from knowing you're not perfect, but choosing to move forward anyway with everything you have. Gratitude is not just a pleasant feeling. It's a quiet yet powerful energy that can completely transform the way you learn English. When you're grateful for the chance to learn, you no longer feel forced. Instead of sighing every time you open a book, you begin to feel happy because you're making progress, even if it's just a little at a time. Gratitude fuels natural motivation, making you want to study and practice, not because you're afraid of failure, but because you love the process of growth. Have you ever felt nervous speaking English? Worried about making mistakes or being judged? Try changing just one thing. Instead of thinking, "I'm afraid to be wrong," say, "I'm grateful for the chance to practice." Just this shift in perspective will make everything feel lighter. You're no longer fighting fear. You're enjoying a valuable opportunity to grow. When gratitude leads the way, your voice becomes more natural, more sincere, and more alive than ever. But how can you remember to feel grateful every day? It's actually very simple. Each morning, before doing anything else, ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? It could be the sunlight through your window, a lesson you're about to hear, or simply your presence in this very moment. When you practice this daily, you'll be surprised at how positive and powerful your mindset becomes. And when someone criticizes you, says you made a mistake, your pronunciation is off, or your grammar isn't perfect, just pause. Instead of getting angry or hurt, be thankful. Because every piece of feedback is a stepping stone. A confident person is not someone who never gets criticized. It's someone who can smile and say, "Thank you. I'll grow from this." Would you like to try something simple that can shift your entire mood right now? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Gently. Think of one thing you're grateful for. A friend, a lesson, this podcast you're listening to. And silently say to yourself, "Thank you." Just one small moment, but it's enough to awaken something powerful within you. From here, learning English no longer feels like a burden. It becomes a journey worth appreciating. If you found this message helpful and inspiring, don't forget to like, share this video with your friends who are also learning English, and subscribe to Kunzy In English for more lessons filled with real energy, inspiration, and practical tips every week. We're growing together. One word, one moment at a time.